stands to or has to do with what you are known for on social media, just as the word reputation signifies the kind of idea people have about you and what you do in the real world. On social media too, your digital reputation has to do with what people know you for and what people see you as, the kind of person people see you on your social media platforms, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, wherever it is. So that has to do with the social media or digital reputation.
Okay, Daniella, what are the various social media platforms that we have? I mean, like the popular ones.
Okay, so we have Twitter,
Okay.
TikTok,
Mm-hmm.
Facebook, WhatsApp, LinkedIn, Instagram.
Okay, all right. So, Oyintey, can you give us like the various social media? I mean, what you mentioned and then what they are used for.
Okay. Once again, good afternoon to your listeners, and thank you for having me. Okay, so let's take Instagram for instance. You realize on Instagram, basically, it's there to show videos, photos of people. That is where people want to explore, where they want to show their photos and videos, what they really do. So with that, you realize that Instagram is a good place to have your product advertised with a good flyer, with good resolution. So Instagram is a good place for marketing. So we go to TikTok. For me, I'm not a TikTok person.
Okay, that's fine.
So, but then I've seen some videos on TikTok. So it has given me the notion that it is a platform for videos and mostly with videos. It has to do with TikTok. Then Facebook also comes with videos, pictures. Yeah, for now. Yeah, advertisement. So yeah. So so we have TikTok, we have Instagram, we have Twitter.
Yes, Twitter.
So you realize Twitter also comes with pictures and some videos.
Yeah.
Mostly with a lot of text that gives informations, a whole lot. So for me, I've realized that TikTok and LinkedIn, these platforms are more of like for official things.
Yeah.
So like your business, like your reputation, when you have professional things. Yeah. So so each social media platform stands for a particular thing or what they really do. Yes. So I think.
Okay. You said a lot. Yeah. Kobbina.
Yeah, so most of these social media, the common denominator of these social media platforms is the fact that you have your ability to be able to share files, to be able to share what is going on in your life. If, for instance, Twitter like this, you get to share your opinions on any and every subject. Even this to the point where TV stations, radio stations discuss the trending topics on those Twitter pages.
Yeah.
So what is trending for everyone? And so each of these social media platforms has various specific functions, and all of them play into our daily lives. And so wherever you post, whatever you say comes into play with everything that you have there. So yeah.
All right. So we've looked at some of the popular social medias and what a digital reputation is. So I want to ask, what are some of the things that we do that it's not helping with our digital reputation? That is like spoiling, our chances and our names and stuff like that.
Sometimes on let's use LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a platform. You could say a social media platform that used for professionals. Okay, what your job title is and all of that. That's what it has to do. And there are various things that you must not post there. because your employers will look at that. Now, if we move that to various the other social media platforms like Instagram and Facebook, of late, in most working environments these days, they check your Facebook activity. So if you've been active on those social media platforms, and based on what you posted there, they will determine whether you are a good citizen or you're somebody we can employ and be useful. If you are the kind of, you see, most of the times, if you are the kind of person who posts every day, it kind of says something about you. You post maybe every 3 hours, now you've posted something.
What does it really say?
It could say that if you are at work and you are posting, you are someone who posts every 3 hours, it means that what you spend most of your work times doing photo shoots at work. You know, and so that all of that, when you do all those things and you think it's, you're trying to show the world what's going on in your life, but it says a bunch of things about you on those social media platforms. And on Snapchats like this, if you make the mistake and you post questionable things, rated things, those kinds of things are very, very unhealthy. And if it's a child on those social media platforms, you're affecting that child, and that kind of deteriorates your reputation if your name is on there. And also, if you're not lucky and maybe one of your superiors has access to your account there, what you post comes to play in whatever your job is. So sometimes there are jobs that you can't go there with that kind of background because you've shared on unhealthy things. And so all these things come into play on your social media platforms. And so we just need to be careful what we post. So yeah.
Okay, so I would like to comment a bit on what Kobbina said.
Yeah.
It reminded me of a particular incident when, so this happened in a bank.
Okay.
So it was after work hours. Then this particular lady, she's a TikToker. She happened to share a particular video of what the code conduct. So they gave a dress code, and she was like, "Okay, I can choose to wear whatever I want. Whatever I want is whatever I say. It doesn't matter to me." It happened that the superiors at the head office saw the video, and she was fired like immediately. It was really like so serious. And also, for example, on TikTok, things that can damage our reputation. You see, there are some particular trends that it's not so proper, because when, like he said, nowadays people have access to social media. Anything can just, for example, if you're on TikTok, anything can come on your FYP page. You don't know what is going to. So imagine your spirit is watching and they are seeing trends of you doing some crazy stuff.
Yeah.
So what are they going to think about you? Even if you're going for a job interview and by chance they see that, they'll just feel like
they'll be like, you can't just spoil our company's name.
Your reputation and everything. So everything is really put on stake at that moment.
Wow.
So just talking about this, I just went on Google and Googled my name. Then I realized that some years back I was selling some Kia Bongo. Yeah, I was using it for business actually. So and some other pictures of me, like TikTok. I have some flyer here. I have video.
Okay.
Yeah. So
TikTok is roaming the world.
it's roaming here with Mavis here. So you realize that basically what you post talks about you. It makes it gives a whole picture about who you are and what you do. And like Kobbina rightfully said, if you are a sociaholic, or how do I put it, where every 3 hours, every 1 hour you post something, it also talks a lot about you, what really you do on like with your time. If you are just a consumer, that is it. But if you are a producer, then fine. That also brings the whole thing all together. So like we said, what we post, it's basically builds our reputation.
Yeah.
Like your footprint. You leave a footprint, and most of our siblings, I mean young ones, are now social media, like they are addictive to social media. So whatever you do, I once saw some video on Instagram, it wasn't healthy at all, and I was like, wow, this is quite serious. So it all narrows to the fact that what you do on social media talks about you.
Okay, so now we've looked at some of social media posts can affect us, right?
Yes.
So now let's look at some of the ways that we can do things right, or we can make a good reputation.
So from my standpoint, or from what I know, in order to have like things right on your social media platform, you need to be able to understand the concept of vetting what you post there. As you grow up, you notice that your parents get up and tell you that, like if you first get WhatsApp, when I first got WhatsApp, if I post something on my status, my father would text me that instant. You know, and tell me whether what I've posted is okay. So if I'm even posting a funny picture, a meme, I have to be careful of what I post there. Now, when my dad was doing that, it felt like, come on, allow me.
Lisa, did you know?
And then when one of my lecturers and replied one of my posts that was funny, it was clean, it wasn't having anything to do. But when he replied it, I realized that what if I had posted something like this, and he had seen that one? What would he think? What box would he put me in? And so as we go on social media, just as when you post something, or when somebody posts something, you can think that, hey, what this person posted is not so good and it's not healthy, and so I should not even be watching this kind of stuff. If you can think that, how much more someone else who is also watching online, somewhere, how, and the person is also watching the same video, you could also be telling that person not to also watch something from you, and you'll be imprinted in their minds that this is something I should never see. And so this way, we need to be able to understand the concept that whatever you post needs to be vetted, you need to be intricate and careful about what you post, so that you don't have to disgrace whoever you are disgracing, maybe your family, your friends, disgrace even your school.
So you're basically saying that social media doesn't only affect us,
affects everybody we are related to.
Wow,
on LinkedIn, whatever you post, it has to do, it has an algorithm that links it to your friends and those you have the connections with.
Yeah.
And so if you have a connection with maybe a Nestle or something on LinkedIn, and you post something that is not so good, okay, because of that connection, you are compromising them, because they are connected to you who posts something like this.
Okay.
So we always need to be careful about that. You feel that social media allows you to express yourself, but you need to also be careful what you are willing to bring out. Social media is actually a place where when you go out to look for work and whatnot, you need that place to be nice, so that your boss doesn't think, even if you do that, but come on, as a human being, you should not be posting.
Even some workplaces, when you go to apply for jobs, they ask for your social media handles.
Yeah.
Then they go back to, since you started using that account, to check your messages, your posts, your activities, what you've been doing, what you've been liking, and all that speaks volumes about you.
Yeah.
Wow. So right now, the social media is more like a physical, a representation of the physical world, okay?
Yeah. So
we want to look at how to build good networks, or what we popularly know as like connection, but like not like connection, but like networks, okay? So what's the best way to go about it if you want to build good networks?
Okay, so in building good networks, so let's say for instance, I'm on LinkedIn, then I saw something that really hit me and attracted me. So I went into the person's DM. I just don't type hi. I just wait for a reply. I just go straight. Like what really touched me.
Okay.
To
you can be like, oh, I saw your post and I saw it very interesting. Maybe you can work on something, or we can collaborate. Or
absolutely, just go straight to the point. You just don't beat about the bush. Even on WhatsApp, when someone just types you hi, from
Charlie, that thing there, like let's pause for a while and speak about that because it's very very serious. Like someone can text you hi, and then you reply hi, and the person reply how are you. Then you reply, how are you? I'm fine. How are you?
Like,
the person is like, oh, okay.
Like by this time.
Thank God. Like,
please, to talk about.
Let's be guided. It's not good.
Checking on you is a problem.
No.
Check on someone. That's the thing. You know, people begin those kind of text me with the excuse of checking on. If you want to check on me, you text me, hi. How are you? I'm fine. Blah blah blah. We finished that conversation. Oh, I was just texting to check up on you. Instead of wasting my time, when we finish saying hi, how are you? We are done with that. Then I'm waiting to see why you actually texted.
That's
like it's a serious something. And as you said, like building networks like this, I think that sometimes, let's say if for example I have a very busy schedule, okay, and then I come online probably in the evenings from maybe 8 to 10 p.m. and then I came online, I saw your message, hi.
Like hi.
The next time I'll get to see your message again is maybe like the next day evening or something. So the reason why we are saying like when you text, you should give a brief introduction about yourself and at least get to your point is that it's because of these reasons. So you know, someone might come online, the person has a time that the person comes online. So if it's a very important person you want to talk to, you want to ask for something from the person comes online once in a while. So you need to say your message so that when the person comes online and sees it, the person will at least be able to address your situation or what's
That's reasonable. That's more reasonable because
come and say hi and go.
I remember I had a chat with one man who is in Singapore, and on LinkedIn, like when the man, I introduced myself. I spoke a lot about what he's doing, and when he came, they replied like the man is business minded. He's just straightforward. This and this and that. And like I was like,
wow. You see the message, excited because
it's he's we even had a video chat, and Charlie, it was fun. It was fun.
I hope whatever you're talking about into Daniella.
Okay, so yes, based on that, if you're not straightforward to the point, I don't think people want to take you serious because they'll feel okay. You don't have anything reasonable to talk to me about. So
you're just wasting my time.
So even if you send a future message, they'll be like,
it wouldn't be difficult for them to open your message.
They don't want to see anything. They'll be like, no.
Nothing important to offer.
So you don't have anything good to offer to me. I don't see anything beneficial talking to you and this kind of thing. So we should really go straight forward to the point. Okay, good day. This. This is the reason why I'm texting you. This is what I want from you. Can you assist me in this? And I think we also have to be polite about it.
Of course.
You don't have to be rude, sound too demanding, but you have to like hit the arrow.
Straight. Hit it.
Any other?
Also, want to add that there's this issue with posting things. You should be careful what you do on social media. There's recently we have this status updates. There's this very I feel is very unacceptable that people should be careful about, and it puts people off while you post on social media. So most people tend to do this thing where they post so much on their status that it is, you just keep tapping and it never ends. And so it's like 100 or 150 posts on their status update, and instead of it having to be concise or to a point, it's probably a waste of time. Maybe funny videos and stuff like that. And so you maybe if you are the type of person who purchases stuff on WhatsApp, and so you have buyers or people you buy from WhatsApp, and you are trying to scroll through your status updates to find these people. By the time you are going through that, if it's data that is finished, data will be finished. And so we always need to be careful that what you post on your status, nobody's telling you not to post, but you just need to be considerate of other people and consider the fact that they are spending time on your status. And so if you want to get something across to everyone, you need to just go straight to it and then post that, and then you are done. And so let's be careful of that. And especially for TikTok, the trends that we people follow should, you need to be careful which trends you want to follow and which trends you should not follow. And most of the time, I need to just chip this in before we continue. The ladies, when it comes to TikTok and stuff, it's not all those trends that you should do some. It's very important.
All those trends.
It's not all of those trends. Okay. I'm sure as you listen, you've seen some, questionable things. And so it's not all those trends you follow. And so you should just be careful what you post there, because all of that, if I know that this is the type of woman you are, that probably if it's to find husband or whatever, that one too comes inside.
Very important.
Very important. Oyintey understand. So all of that comes into play in all these things. So when you post, in fact, males, females, everyone, as you post, everything comes out. I just feel that we should remember this here.
Since you're all chipping, let me also chip in some. I think that whatever you post should be inclined towards what you want to do, or your profession or your career. In the sense that, let's say, I'm someone who says, I say I'm a tech enthusiast, I like tech stuff, I'm interested in tech and stuff, but there's nothing on my socials that show that I love tech. When people see your social media, they'll be like, are you sure this person is really into tech? So you need to, do something or engage in activities that will show or prove that you what you want people to know about you. For instance, when you go to some when you're going to look for some jobs, they can ask, especially if it's a tech job, they can ask you for your GitHub account, what projects do you have there. So if you have projects there, you don't even have to talk much, because the GitHub account is talking much for you. I think it's the same for other social media as well. So if you want to if you have something you want people to know about you, you should be involving in such activities and making such posts about them.
That's correct.
That's correct. And I think you should also be consistent with so like I said earlier, when I punched in my name on Google, I realized that there are some researches that I did, for instance, at ResearchGate. I saw what I actually did, ResearchGate, and some other ones that I usually visit. So, for instance, back to normal WhatsApp. Patrick sends me message, hi. Then, okay, because I know who Patrick is, he just don't send me messages. So he sends me hi. Then I reply. The very first time he sends me hi, even without him continuing the message, I'll go on WhatsApp and reply him immediately because of his persona. So I reply, then we start chatting. Then whatever he wants to say, he has said it, and we just go straight. And because I know that is what we just go straight. We don't beat about the bush. So content creating is vital on our platforms. Sometimes people post things and I ask myself, can I post this? Because I have some big men with high reputation that I wouldn't want them. Okay, I have. I wouldn't want them to see. And even if they see it, how would what would they think of you? Yes. And I ask myself, you don't have your phone. You only have friends, just friends, your peers, just people. I just ask
these questions sometimes. But I think it also depends on how they make their friendship. Your circle of friends also determines who you are and what you do on social media.
Yeah.
So basically, these things, we need to be very conscious in posting stuff like this.
Yeah.
Okay, so I would like to add in something a bit.
Go ahead.
So at times when we're chatting, people, especially someone you meet for the first time, for example LinkedIn, and then the person starts chatting you back, and you reply with slangs. What do you want the person to think about you?
The slangs guy, I don't think that. I mean, the one that is bad is like the shorthand.
Yes,
I don't like that.
the shorthand, especially when
Like I don't like
you
that.
need something and you're like, okay, how are you? Then they'll put HWRU or something like that.
HW.
That was some years back. That was some years when we were using text messages.
Why is it encoding or what?
Now, it's now. And
Yeah, I'm like, oh god.
what do you expect the person to think of? You have to write it in full.
And imagine I'm going to look for a job from this person.
Oh,
And you're texting the person, like, oh, it's for crowd, baby.
so it's part of our digital reputation. It can affect us really, really well.
Yeah.
And you have to really be careful of what you text, what do you want your content to be about, what do you want the person you're speaking to think about you. So for example, your writing skills is poor, you have low English, you can download some assistance to help you, like for example Grammarly. It helps the way
With your
message,
grammatical.
the way your message hits your customer, for example. So it can help you rather than you just testing. If you know you have poor English, you can just use those assistants to help you a bit. At least it's make you look more professional. You sound more convincing. It helps your text.
Yeah, like someone texts you, how are you? And you say, I'm fine. Like the is AM. I'm fine. But like
Me like this, when I usually see that, my mind is, you don't understand English at all. You don't understand English. So most of the times, those kinds of texts, when I see that, I also start with the short message. I'm fine. Then thank you. Then I'll go off. So you notice that the kind of way you treat somebody who writes in shorthand is very different. Now I know I have friends who know that I'm very jovial.
Yeah.
You guys know. So, but you notice that if I were to text you, I don't know if that's how you treat it, but if I were to text you, if you saw it now, you just text back immediately because you know for a fact that, oh, maybe I won't text you normally unless maybe there's something serious that's going on. And so we need to have that kind of physical reputation with people. And then when you move off to social media, you need to also have that kind of reputation too.
Absolutely.
If this guy were to text me right now, this lady was to text me right now, we are not coming to discuss about how the unnecessary things, football, what? No, we are coming to talk about this. Okay, fine, we are done with this conversation. Okay, see you later. That's
simple. Just that.
Yes, because the whole concept of social media and messaging and all of that was to be able to communicate with people.
Yeah.
We've reached the point where we are expecting communication as in telepathic communication through text messages.
Yeah.
I cannot read your mind through text, and so if you don't communicate directly, I'll be able to understand. And so people need to be able to understand that fact. And so let's be careful of the slang, like as sister here. And then we also have to be careful of certain explicit words is what I'm going to use. Explicit, like the F word and all those kinds of words. Let's try to not be using those in official spaces or public spaces. If you are the type of person who feels the need to use those words, nobody's stopping you. But then you need to know the spaces you can put them. You should not put them on your stats. You should not put them on your I don't know, Instagram posts, it should not be a word in there. It should not be there.
Okay.
And so let's all be careful about that. So